here some typical local wine. It's called Txakoli, and you can get it in rosé or a white wine. It has a bit of a sparkle if you pour from a height, but equally you could use Prosecco, dare I say, or maybe Cava for this recipe. So what I want to do is I want to make some lovely jellies with it. So we shall start with getting some of the wine into a saucepan, and we'll see how I do on bubbling it up. Oh yes, it bubbles nicely. And we need to sweeten this because otherwise it's just going to taste very winey. So we're putting in some sugar. And then over on the heat, and we get that melted. And give this a stir. I mean, all we're really doing here is just melting the sugar, and that's very important in this. Meantime, I'm just going to soak the gelatine. So for this I've got leaf gelatine, and that just sits into cold water, not hot water or it'll disappear on you, but cold water. I just let it soften down, and as soon as that's softened, at the same time my sugar should have melted and I can blend them. I want to build up a little bit of flavour in here, so I've got some orange. I'm just going to get a bit of orange zest. And I'm also going to put some basil in, which I think would be lovely. Orange and basil is a lovely combination. Lemon and basil would work well too. That should do. So a bit of basil goes in as well. So let's just chop that. And we take all of that over and into our wine. So I think it's ready for the gelatine now. So you just squeeze off the excess and we pop that in with the wine mix and it'll melt into it. This smells absolutely delicious. Next part of this recipe requires a little bit of straining, so we're going to strain it off in here. So what we've done is just infuse some flavour, just orange and basil flavour in with the wine. The sugar's bringing a sweetness to it. The gelatine will set it. However, I only use some of the liquid just to infuse the flavours. I am now going to add in a little bit more wine. That is the base mix for our jellies. I'm going to set that aside and let it cool for a little bit. Meantime, I need to prepare some peaches, because peaches are just so typical here and we saw them at the market this morning and I really want to build it into the recipe. So I'm just going to peel the peaches. Look at that for colour, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then we need some tiny little slices. So just going to cut in and just cut out little slices like this. I'm going to float them in the jelly. My flavours are the peaches, some fresh orange zest and some more basil. And then we have our lovely wine mix here. So what you do is you get your glasses, you line them up, and then in goes a little bit of zest, like so. A little bit of the basil. And then in goes your peaches. And then you get your wine mix and you pour. And they go to the fridge and they need about, I'd say easily 2 hours in a fridge to set properly. Absolutely lovely, it's so refreshing. You've got the gorgeous flavour of the basil, the little bite of the orange zest, the sweetness of the peaches, and then that lovely sweet wine mixture. You can't go wrong with a dessert like that, especially after fish pie.